Hi, this is Kirk with ForexStrategySecrets.com, and what we're going to do is go over what we call the early bird strategy. Early bird means that you're going to get into a trade earlier on and not after it's moved quite a ways. And you can see when the momentum changes from red to blue or blue to red, you can see that generally that's a time when there might be a directional change. As we take a trade in this area, we're only taking trades going long. Here we're only taking trades going short. Now, this is looking in the past, of course, but when this changes from blue to red, as soon as that's red, then you know you're only taking sell trades. When it turns blue, you're only taking buy trades. And right here, we can show you how to filter those out in the complete course. For this illustration, we're just going to use the 4-hour and the 1-hour. Now, this can be used on many different time frames, many different currencies, and many different trading styles. And so what we're going to do is go from the 4-hour to the 1-hour, and right here we would wait about an hour before we would take the next signal that came up would be an hour later to take this trade. You may or may not want to take this one, and we'll determine whether you'd want to do that based on adding some more indicators so we can go high probability trades. Right in here, would you want to take some of these? We can determine that as well. And of course, then this one will give us probably a high probability trade. So you can see where we get the combination of the momentum change on a higher time frame, then go to a smaller time frame and time our entry so that we're taking high probability trades. Key is in the direction of the trend on the 4-hour chart. Now we've gone to a different currency pair, and we're using the 1-hour as the early bird signal, and we're going to be going to the 30-minute to enter. We're just showing you that you can use this on any combination of two time frames next to each other. You can see that the red to blue, blue to red, even though there's some red and blue in here, but that's all filtered out, and then another red to blue for this move right here. So let's go look to see what the high probability trades would have been. Remember, we're still trading the direction of the trend of the 4-hour for the high probability trades. So you may not even be trading this. But let's first of all go to the 30-minute and see what we're seeing. Okay, there was a signal right there as soon as the early bird went off. There was another signal you could have gotten in right away. Some of this would have been filtered out, and then we get into some signals going long. So that's how you can see how the timing of the trade can get you into the high probability trades so that you have a greater chance of having wins. Now let's go back and look at the 4-hour to see if there's anything along here that says we shouldn't be trading any of these moves. Long, short, long. Let's go to the 4-hour, those three lines. Long, short, long. So right in here on that 1-hour, we may not have been trading this until it got over a little bit further, and that could keep us out of that trade. That's how we would filter that out based on the 30-minute. So let's look at 30-minute again. You may not have taken this signal right here because it wasn't in the direction of the trend. Either here or here would be your high probability trades because that would be in the direction of the trend on the 4-hour chart. So there's a 100-pip move even from that direction right there. So don't feel like you're going to be missing out on trades. There's plenty of trades to be had. Let's move on to the nth degree now. We've shown you what it looks like on the launch pad. Let's add a couple more indicators. Okay, we've added a couple more indicators. Now you see the full system, the nth degree system. This will give you what we call 5 alarm signals to tell you if that's a higher probability trade or not. Here we've marked the same 3 areas we had on the previous one. We went back to the chart we were using on the 4-hour. But let's go back to the 1-hour and see whether we would have taken any of these trades or not. This one we may not have taken right at that point. There's ways that we can get into it. The higher probability trade would have been right here, an add-on signal right here, maybe not here. So you still would have had a good shot at making quite a few pips right in that area. Would we have taken this one? Maybe not. And that comes with skill. Would we have taken any of these? That's the first one that is a 5-alarm trade. And so if you'd taken that one, you don't have to wait as long, and it went back against you about 12 pips, but that's when you could been into that trade for some a good move. So the 5-alarm signals filter out some of those trades that may not be as high probability as others. So now we move to a different currency pair, and we're starting off on the 1 hour. This is the same one we used the 1 hour on the Launchpad version. So you can see right here we've marked the same spots as we had before. Now let's look to see on the 30-minute as whether we would take all these trades or not. Right here, that was a good trade. That was a 5-alarm trade. This one, yes, it was a good trade, but it was only a 4-alarm trade. And the first 5-alarm trade happens clear over here. So you would have missed all this slow stuff and only been get into the high probability trade, which would have taken you through the biggest part of the move. Okay, now let's look at the 4 hour and see what it looks like. We go up, down, up, and see if any of this would be filtered out. Up, down. You had to wait a while. See where that 4 hour helped you to filter that out? So we showed you where that 5-alarm trade was. The 4 hour confirmed that. You would have taken that. So yes, you would have traded in this area. And so we can show you how to do all of that stuff with our programs. Now we've talked about the early bird. We've talked about the in-orbit alert, which is the red and blue arrows. And we've talked about how to determine whether it's a 5-alarm trade, which is a high probability trade, or not. We want to caution you, don't mix two trading systems together. If you're using something else, don't try and mix it in with what you're learning here. Either you continue to use what you're using or only use this. Don't mix them together. It'll defeat your purpose and you'll become a worse trader if you try to keep on mixing systems together. We can show you how to trade, but we just can't do it in 2 weeks. This is just to take a look at it. If it looks like you want to pursue it, then that's cool. If you don't like what you see, you haven't wasted any money or any very much time. So if you're interested in what you see here, then you can either go to our live webinar or our trading room. So you go to the trading room, you can ask questions either of those places. Here you can't ask questions, but the live webinar you can, as well as the trading room you can ask questions. So that's what we're going to do now. I'll show you how to sign into the webinar and show you how to sign into the trading room so that if that's of interest to you, you'll know how to get to it. So go to forexstrategysecrets.com. As you can see right here on the top, it'll take you to this page. Click on once you've signed up for the jump start, which you can do right here below, then that'll give you access to the email that has your username and password. So go to your email, get your username and password, click on member login. There'll be a screen pop up where you can fill out your information to get to this page, which is the next page, is the members area page. We have a video here that you can have an overview as to how the platform works, but this is where you would see the trading room as a place you could check. So you click on the trading room and it takes you to all the scheduled time frames that we're going to have trading rooms. You can click on any one of these and it'll take you into be able to attend the webinar. There are Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday mornings at, you can see right here, 6:15 a.m. Mountain Time. That's 8:15 a.m. Eastern. To learn a little more about the systems while you're waiting, you can click right here. You can go back and you can read more about the Launchpad, Nth Degree. You can check out our alert packages, and you can also go in and take a look and start playing with the free Jumpstart strategy, which you will have the same username and password. Will take you to the Jumpstart. To get to the Jumpstart, you would click on the Jumpstart button, and it takes you back here. You click on the Jumpstart area, and you can see a bunch of videos here that you can take a look at to learn another free trading strategy. So we have the Jumpstart as a bonus, and we have the trading room as a second bonus to just for signing up for our archive webinar, which you've been watching, or the live webinar. So good luck in your trading, and look forward to seeing you on the other side.